Hello everyone and welcome back to Shay's Hobby Doc Bay. This is Saturday, Lord have mercy, what is wrong with me? It's December. December the 29th, 2018. It's 5:15 p.m. right now and I'm here by myself. This is another Bible study video. So here we go. This is week 17. The name of it is When He Died, I Died. Christianity, if I'm saying that right, I probably don't, y'all. I can't say some words right, I'm sorry. Can never come to us as a bargain. It can never be had at a wholesale price. We must be willing to pay the full price of surrender and trust. William L. Kurtz, the Allowance Witness. Okay, the overview. In his letter called Galatians, Paul writes to a cluster of churches in a region of Asia Minor called Galatia, if I'm saying these words right, Galatia. Christians in that area were being held to the law, legalists, in the church called Judaizers. They suggested that in addition to having a relationship with Jesus Christ based on faith in Him, the law must be kept as well. They did not deny that faith in Jesus was necessary, but they insisted that it was inadequate. Chapter 2 of Galatians deals specifically with the bondage of the law over the freedom of the gospel. The reader can tell that Paul is passionate about the liberty found in Christ, and he makes it his mission to make sure this truth is protected, and not coupled with any other gospel. Memory verse 20. Verse 20. I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me. And the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave Himself for me. Okay. Galatians chapter 2. Then 14 years after I went up again to Jerusalem with Barnabas, and took Titus with me also, and I went up by revelation, and communicated unto them that gospel which I preach among the Gentiles, but privately to them which were of reputation, lest by any means I should run, or had run in vain. But neither Titus, who was with me, being a Greek, was compelled to be circumcised, and that because of false brethren unawares brought in, who came in privately to spy out our liberty, which we have in Christ Jesus, that they might bring us into bondage. To whom we gave place by subjection, no, not for an hour, that the truth of the gospel might continue with you. But of these who seemed to be somewhat whatsoever they were, it maketh no matter to me. God accepteth no man's person. For they who seemed to be somewhat in conference added nothing to me. But contrariwise, when they saw that the gospel of the uncircumcision was committed unto me, as the gospel of the circumcision was unto Peter. For he that wrought effectually in Peter to the apostleship of the circumcision, the same was mighty in me toward the Gentiles. And when James, Cephas, I'm not sure I'm saying that word right, it's Cephas, and John, who seemed to be pillars, perceived the grace that was given unto me, they gave to me and Barnabas the right hands of fellowship, that we should go unto the heathen, and they unto the circumcision. Only they would that we should remember the poor, the same which I also was forward to do. But when Peter was come to Antioch, if I'm saying that right, I withstood him to the face, because he was to be blamed. For before that certain came from James, he did eat with the Gentiles, but when they were come, he withdrew and separated himself, fearing them which were of the circumcision. And the other Jews dissembled likewise with him, insomuch that Barnabas also was carried away with their dissimulation. But when I saw that they walked not uprightly according to the truth of the gospel, I said unto Peter before them all, If thou, being a Jew, livest after the manner of Gentiles, and not as do the Jews, why compellest thou the Gentiles to live as do the Jews? We who are Jews by nature, and not sinners of the Gentiles, knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law, but by the faith of Jesus Christ, even we have believed in Jesus Christ, that we might be justified by the faith of Christ, and not by the works of the law. For by the works of the law shall no flesh be justified. But if, while we seek to be justified by Christ, we ourselves also are found sinners, is therefore Christ the minister of sin? God forbid. For if I build again the things which I destroyed, I make myself a transgressor. For I through the law am dead to the law, that I might live unto God. I am crucified with Christ, nevertheless I live, yet not I, but Christ liveth in me. And the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by the faith of the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. I'm way down here at the end. Sorry, y'all. I do not frustrate the grace of God, for if righteousness come by the law, then Christ is dead in vain. Okay, we turn the page. That was all of the reading. Now this is the confession. I believe in the complete work of Jesus Christ on the cross. I believe he died and rose again on the third day. I am thankful for his sacrifice. My sins are forgiven. I believe there is nothing else to be added to this gospel. Jesus is the only way to heaven. There is no other. And then this is the blanks where you write down your thoughts, insights, what is the Lord saying to me. And then you have your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday that you check off each day as you read that over again, because it's a whole week, 7 days, you read the same chapter to really get it sunk into you, you know, really studying up on it and thinking about it and all of that. That's what this book that my pastor made up for us for the whole year of 2018, which I have finished it now. Which I'm on the last chapter this week, and then I have my new little Bible study book that my sister Charlotte, Wyoming Nene, got me for Christmas that I can start this coming New Year, 2019. So that's this week's reading. Next week it will be week 18. It's called The Light of the World. Alright guys, that's all I have for you for now, so I am out of here until next time. I'm done. I'm going toodaloo.